What is your first memory that you have related to money or investing?
Yeah, I think the first one, I think it's the first one, is when I think was like 8 or 9 years old when I was in Hong Kong. I was a kid. And I heard my parents talking about where to park their money with their friends. Now, they're not drug dealers. I don't mean parking money like washing their money, but they have cash and they put in savings and they want to know, they were talking among themselves, is should it be in Hong Kong dollars, which would be what they will have earned, or is it in US dollars, German Deutschmarks, or British pounds, that type of thing, or even Swiss francs for that matter, back in the day before EU kind of destroyed all the different currencies. And to get a better return or to have more currency stability. Now, these are words that I'm using now. I didn't understand a thing they were talking about. All I know was US dollars and German or whatever. And so I never thought much about it until decades later, getting into this business. And you move from a tiny little island called Hong Kong into this humongous country called United States. And we are so blessed in this country having two oceans and two friendly neighbors that we have nothing to worry about. And that we are robust, democracy and so on and so forth. And we never have to think about putting our money in somebody else's currency. I mean, that is kind of foreign, right? So in many ways, you learn, wow, okay, so we were in a totally different place, totally different time. And not because they are sophisticated, but they are forced to be more adventurous, to keep what they have and to eke out some kind of return. Whereas here, we take our peacetime prosperity for granted. That, yeah, of course, but you start thinking about that, it can be kind of interesting if we place ourselves in a different place in a different time.
It's somebody who traveled recently overseas this summer. When you go back overseas, you really do kind of get reminded, as you mentioned, that here in the US, we are spoiled in this respect. We kind of, dollars are accepted globally. It's thought of as a kind of reserve currency.
Yeah.
And a lot of the world speaks English just because it's the language of commerce.